Hey, yo, what up? This your boy David Lucas, man, and welcome to a special edition of the Fat Pessimist. I'm recording live in Austin, Texas, motherfucker, and I bought my boy Yoni with me, aka Best Barbecue.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, man, we got some topics to talk about today. I'm a fat nigga and I'm a pessimist, so that's where the show's
Hell
name
yeah.
came from. So you can just feed off these topics with me as we go through this shit. Bad Bobby, do you know who Bad Bobby is?
Yeah.
So this bitch she turned 18 and she put a pussy on the internet, and she made $1 million in 6 hours. That's fucking like. She started on the Dr. Phil show saying, "Catch me outside." How about that?
How about that?
And now this bitch made $1 million. I wish when I was acting up in high school, my mom would have put me on Dr. Phil so I could have said some ignorant shit, and then I have my dick on the internet right now and be worth like 3-4 million. You know,
Her life's crazy, man. People try to fight her all the time.
yeah, but it's like it's a lose-lose situation if you fight her because she just now became legal.
Right.
And I hope all you motherfuckers buying her pornos are 25 and under. You R. Kelly bitches, you. If there's a nigga my age buying this bitch's OnlyFans, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah, we should check to see if Dr. Phil bought it.
Man, that he probably get it for free. He the reason she rich.
Free lifetime
Right.
membership.
Man, she actually owes Dr. Phil some pussy now that she 18. Bad Bobby, you should let Dr. Phil fuck. He made you what you are. You owe that nigga some pussy. Let him hit that shit. You 18, man. Fuck it. That nigga old. But if you would not have went on his show, we wouldn't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. She's an icon. She like changed the fucking world, bro.
Bro, this internet shit, bro. I got a close friend of mine, dog. She's made 1.7 million in a year on OnlyFans.
Wow.
These chicks are making money. What's the minimum you put your dick on the internet for?
I mean, probably a couple 100,000, man.
Couple hundred?
Couple hundred. I mean, it depends. Like, how much work is it? Like, when you make 1.7 million, are you doing like a video a day? You doing 10 a day? Are you doing like you gotta like?
I jack off daily anyway. So
Yeah,
to
I mean,
record
that's
that shit and put it on the internet, like to send a bitch a specialty video saying her name, you know.
I'd like to produce some shit. If there's some girl out there that wants, I can make that shit look so much better than a lot of these girls make it.
For $2 million, I get one of you hoes' names tatted on my dick. No cap. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. What if their name's real long though?
My dick is real long, so I'm good.
Good.
I can fit Deantra Quinique on my dick. On soft. No, bro, this whole like OnlyFans thing, bro. Like last year during the quarantine, I was having one of those rough. It was probably June or July. I was having one of those rough drunk days, and I just got real horny. And I was like, Pornhub ain't gonna do it. X videos ain't gonna do it.
Uh-oh.
Like I want to see some specialty shit, dog. So I went down the OnlyFans loophole, and in like 3 hours, I was out of like $500. I went down the OnlyFans loophole.
Like you signed up for so many people, or
I because you know the previews look good.
Yeah.
So it's like you go, I find girls on Twitter. I type in OnlyFans, find girls on Twitter. And like, oh shit, this look good. Then you subscribe to the bitch shit, and she's boring. Like she's doing more on Twitter than she's actually doing in her OnlyFans videos. So then you just click on one, and then so what I would do is buy it. I subscribed to it, go look, didn't like it, unsubscribed to it, and I still had 30 days to access to it. But I didn't want to stay subscribed to it, so I'd be charged the next.
Yeah, over and over again.
And I did that to like 30 different profiles, and I'm like, I'm nuts right now. Like I'm losing my mind, bro. Like this alcohol got me literally losing my mind, bro.
Yeah. When I used to sell real estate here, I sold real estate to a couple ladies who had OnlyFans.
Really?
They paid for a whole house with OnlyFans.
I mean,
shout out to just kidding. I'm not gonna say who it is.
In my opinion, if you're gonna do any type of porno or stripping or OnlyFans, invest it because one day,
hell yeah,
your pussy is gonna get wrinkly. So you gotta have an out plan. You know, like after everybody has seen your vagina, what do you do next?
I mean, that's I think in economics we call that the law of diminishing returns.
The law of diminishing returns. You heard that shit. Macro and micro economics. Depending on how big your vagina is, it's either macro or micro. So if you got a big vagina, that's macroeconomics. If you got a small vagina, that's microeconomics. So what do you call that? The law of diminishing returns.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
that shit. I'm gonna start using that shit. So girls, don't wear your vagina
Yeah.
out. Invest into some shit so that you don't have the law of diminishing returns.
That's a famous Craigslist. This girl put up a Craigslist ad complaining about how she can't meet a guy who's a millionaire, and an economist came in and gave a whole breakdown of how your beauty is diminishing. So, like,
Yeah,
you're
she says she can't meet a million. Do you ever watch Kevin Samuels?
nah.
I'll show you some of his videos, but he's a professional image consultant, and he also does relationship therapy. And he always like women will come on there with the same things, like, oh,
Oh, that guy that always wears white.
now he wears all different type of
Okay,
colors.
but you show me. I think you
I
showed
think I
me his
showed you a
YouTube.
clip
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, yeah.
But women come on there and they're like, "Oh, I'm 38. I make 200,000. I got 2 kids. I deserve a millionaire." And he's like, "Ma'am, name something that the value goes up as it gets older." He's like, "There's nothing." He was like, "You have to lower your standards, and you already have 2 kids." He always talks about high value men, how high value men are not worried about a lady's income. Like they got their own money, so
Yeah.
it's like you can make $12,000 a year, and if he likes what he likes, he's gonna choose you. Just because you make $200,000 a year doesn't mean a millionaire wants to fuck. Like most women that millionaires choose are broke.
Yeah.
They're broke bad bitches.
And they're young.
Like what's Chris Brown's ex called?
Rihanna?
No, Kalani was not Kalani.
Khaleesi?
No, what's her name? She's short.
Kesha?
No, you just naming white bitches now. Her name,
Karen?
he didn't have the baby with her. Her name is Karuchi. Karuchi Tran.
I was way off.
And Karuchi is just a bad bitch. You see? Karuchi is just a bad bitch.
She
She didn't
cute.
even have a real job. I think he met her working at like a clothing store. And it's like if a rich dude chooses, then he go choose.
Yeah. It's like getting discovered.
Yeah, bro. Like, you might not get discovered in Hollywood, but if you fine enough, you got a great chance of going on a date with a rich dude in LA.
I saw when I used to hang out in Manhattan, I used to see some badass jazz musician in the subway, and you just see a businessman come up and hand him a business card, and you know, oh shit, that guy's gonna get a gig out of this.
Really?
You know, just jamming in the. It's the same thing. Girls working in a clothing store. You never know when a millionaire is just gonna come scoop your ass.
Exactly. You never know who gonna walk through. Never know who gonna walk through. There was another article I read that really grabbed my attention. I think hoes gotta mind their business. There's this lady. Her name is Molly Sharp. She hooked up with this guy that she met at a bar, and she hooked up a few times with him. And I guess maybe on like the fourth or the fifth time, she started snooping in his bathroom, and she found a makeup bag, and this bitch left a note in the makeup bag and put the shit on TikTok. She basically said, "I just want to give you a heads up. If you're seeing him, he's cheating on you."
Oh,
What do you feel about that? Like, mind your
yo, my bathroom's such a mess. You can probably find stuff from 2 girlfriends ago. That's so much shit in there. It's crazy.
But everything that's done nowadays, people feel like they got to put it on Instagram.
Yeah, well, because people like to put
Or
people on
social media.
blast, you know,
Why? What do you?
to prove that they're right or to prove that they're whatever.
What do people get out of that?
I don't know, man. It's like people that want to cancel people. It's exhausting. It's like, why you gotta there's people that you see the girl that tried to cancel somebody and then she ended up getting canceled
I'm glad.
because they found her tweets that she said some dumb shit.
I'm so glad. Cancel culture is a cancer.
Oh yeah, it's just it's like the local news posted something that said it made it sound like people are really upset about this, and then all the tweets that they like referenced
Right.
all had like 4 likes.
Mm.
Those people had 100 followers. They just found tweets that said
right.
like a bunch of that Disney stuff where they're trying to cancel people. It's really just like 10 people. No, that's not. People think that this is
Yeah.
the consensus,
They try to exploit it. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. That's the bad part about. But
Yeah.
but like girls, if we're not girlfriend and boyfriend, you should not be snooping around in my bathroom.
I mean, you're just looking for trouble. That's the
You
same thing. If
are
you're reading someone's, any girl I'm dating, I'm like, you can look at my phone, but if you look, don't be mad at what you find.
right. Yoni hit that bitch with some pimp shit. Hey,
I'm
you can
just
look.
saying.
No, for like, imagine she had been looking through his bathroom and she found a fucking cut off finger. Like it's like, oh, bitch, you weren't supposed to see that. Now I gotta kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I ain't gonna lie. When I go to girls' bathrooms, and I think every human being does this, regardless if they go. I do this if I go to my homie's house or a girl's house. I look in the medicine cabinet, and I might look in a couple of drawers. I think that's just human nature, bro. You just want to see like
You got to do it like because of the magnet, though. You got to go like real slow and
quiet,
then
and you
close it
can't
real
let it
slow.
slam. Yeah, you can't let
Yeah,
it
you got to be
slam.
real silent.
You definitely got to do that shit slow, bro.
I did that the other day because I went to someone's house and I realized I hadn't done the Q-tip after the shower, and I was like, "Damn, I bet there's a Q-tip in here somewhere." And I was just like,
What I normally do when I'm opening drawers is flush the toilet, so that the toilet noise
"Yeah,
will
making a bunch
mask.
of noise from the sink."
Yeah. I often I go in. What I do at doo doo.
Doo-doo.
What I do at girls' house, I do look in the shower because I want to see how clean they are.
Oh yeah,
And if they got the little pieces of soap, I'm like, oh, this bitch is nasty. I look at the rag, bro. I'll smell a girl's washcloth.
there you go.
Like, especially if you think,
I mean, that's got to be the cleanest thing though, because they're rubbing soap on it all the time.
no, but bro, washcloths can stink.
Really?
If she got some bad BO, bro, it can stink.
I just look to see how, like, if a girl's bougie, she's gonna have some ridiculous, she's gonna have $700 worth of stuff in her shower. Gotta watch out for that too.
If a girl's, what scares me is when I go to a girl's restroom and they have like 4 different pussy washes. Like
I didn't
4.
even know there were 4 different brands.
Oh, there's like Summer's Eve makes one, Vagisil makes one. It's all that shit. I be like, why does she have so much different stuff
mean,
to wash?
It can't be that much better than soap,
pussy?
right? You gotta.
From what girls tell me, you can't put soap on the pussy.
I mean, I think you can put it on it. You just can't. You don't really want to
It
like.
throws it off. Throws
Yeah.
off the pH balance.
It's not like you're gonna shove soap up your ass either.
I think girls should go back, even though they say it fucks up the pH balance. I think girls should go back to old school douching. Douching, however you say that shit.
I don't think so. It's like its own system. It takes care of itself. I think.
Yeah, but that's if you eat right and
I guess. I mean, like I don't even know how that is. That like a neti pot? I do that shit all the time. Maybe it's like
no.
the same thing.
So there's douching is like the little
It's
bottle
a squeeze bottle,
with the
right?
vinegar, and I guess you put it up there and rinse it out, kind of like a saline spray. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it seems like it's okay, but I feel like people don't like it.
it's vinegar.
I know way too much about that stuff. Honestly, you probably don't know this about me, but all the hippie girls I dated here, they use like Diva Cups and all kinds of things that you
Oh,
probably
is that
never
a
heard of.
period thing?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like a little silicone cup.
Is a Diva cup what they use to pee standing up? No,
No,
that's the period collection thing.
I don't know what that is. They can pee standing up. Might as
There,
well.
there's with all that gender shit that was going on, they invented like a thing where girls can put on their vagina and then it like funnels the pee out so they can like pee standing up. It's the dumbest shit, but
There's
they,
no way there's not pee somewhere. Like having a dick, there's still always some pee somewhere.
there's gonna be
So having a
drops.
fucking tube hooked up to you, there's always gonna be some. That's
There's
the worst thing, man. It's like you just always you go and you like you're relaxed, you take a piss, and then you like zip up, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh,
right.
little pee in
There's
my
a little.
pants.
There's a little bit more. Yeah, you don't. Women always say there's a lot of problems having a vagina. There's a lot of problems having a dick. You pee
Yeah.
it all out, and then when you stuff your meat back into your boxes, little droplets come out.
It's
The
the
older I
worst.
get, the more drops that come out. It is.
Well, not only that, a dick is like at least like you don't have it hanging off. You can't zip your vagina in your pants.
Right.
You can't catch it on things. Like I mean, I guess getting hit either way is probably bad. I'm just saying having this thing hanging off of you is like it's dangerous.
Bro, I think I have the most sensitive balls in the world, bro. Like I'm talking about. Even if you just like slightly brush my balls, I'm in pain. I don't know,
Really?
bro. It hurt. Like I have sensitive nuts, dog.
So you're like you can touch the dick, but stay away from the balls.
If a girl suck my balls too hard, it hurts.
Ooh,
Bro, it's the worst. I don't know why.
you gotta tell them it's like a like boba tea or something.
Treat it with kindness. I don't know.
You
Bro.
gotta be
Like,
gentle, girl. Take it easy.
I got some sensitive balls. Sensitive.
That's your new merch, dude. Sensitive balls
Sensitive balls.
by David Lucas.
So you were saying you mess with a lot of hipster chicks. Are they hairy?
Oh yeah,
So how you like? I'm.
hippie girls, bro.
Are they hairy underpits too?
Yeah, everywhere.
Hairy legs?
Yeah,
Damn, bro.
bro. I grew up in New York. It's winter. Like you can't tell a girl to shave her legs all winter. You're with a girl all winter. They got hairy legs like you.
The most hair I want is that little landing strip.
The landing strip.
I don't, bro. All that hair, that don't even. I don't know.
I'm waiting. I think when I meet the girl of my dreams, she's gonna shave hers into a mustache.
You are stupid. That'd be funny. You pulled out a girl's pants and she got a little thin strip going across. That would actually be. Some girls get creative with the hair down there, dog. Like I've seen like little like it looks like the arrow on the and I know somebody else had to do it because you remember how the button was on the old Nintendo with Super Mario?
Oh yeah,
It looked like that, like a cross. Like she made a
got
cross.
you.
I've seen like little designs. I'm like, oh girl, who down here lining your vagina up?
There's a lot of female barbers. They're good with them clippers. Zip zip, make all kinds of shapes. Probably draw you. You seen that where people draw people on the side of their head and stuff?
I would have my girl do that.
You just you just go down on her and just looking at yourself.
That's a little narcissistic.
That's beautiful though.
That's a little
That's
narcissistic.
love.
I don't know. Have I ever had a hipster chick? No, I've never really had a hairy chick. I dated this Indian girl, but they're hairy by nature.
Yeah, they got hairy arms. And
They, oh my god, bro, that shit is crazy. The amount of hair they got, dog. But
they can braid it. They can braid their armpits.
we didn't go too far. We didn't go too far because of our social and political views. She was too left and I was too right.
Oh man, I love dating a girl I disagree with. I love fighting, man. I miss it. Texans don't fight the way New Yorkers do.
No, Texas people are too nice. They're people pleasers.
Well, and they want to pick a fight. If in New York, people will just fight with you forever, start yelling at each other, whatever. Here, it's like once they get to a point where they feel like they got enough wrong answers or it's enough of a disagreement, they're like, let's just fight. And I'm like, no, I just want to keep talking.
Yoni looks like a nice person, but he does still have a lot of New York in him. Like when he's driving, this motherfucker has road rage like he lives in LA. Like you can tell he definitely grew up in New York because he's like cussing people out.
Oh my god.
He drives a Jeep, he'll fucking run somebody over.
It's just that no one knows how to drive here, bro.
That's what everybody says about every city, bro. I think, like in LA, they're like, nobody knows how to drive in LA. Then I could have taken, nobody knows how to drive in Texas.
Maybe just nobody knows how to drive anywhere.
I think Austin's way better. As terms of traffic and people driving, Austin's
true.
way better than LA.
Yeah, but like you also don't know. Like I drive a Jeep, and like the roads are so bad. I'll just like catch like a foot of air off of something because they just haven't fixed the roads in so long. There's like spots that dip down. There's train tracks that it's messy.
Governor Abbott, you're winning and everything else, but when it comes to these fucking roads, you got to get this shit together. Like more people are coming into this city. That's a fact. It's inevitable. You're not gonna stop it. Y'all are the fastest growing city in the nation.
Yeah.
And these roads are atrocious. Your roads, like the roads in LA, like I can understand why they're fucked up. You have millions upon millions of people driving on them daily, and you can only really work on them at night. And as soon as you work on them, it's back to the bullshit because you got 18-wheelers and Armenians and motherfuckers with money racing their Lamborghinis down these streets. That's why the streets are always fucked up. But out here in Texas, dog, there's no reason that these streets should not be.
Yeah.
I don't even see that many people driving, but I've seen motherfuckers on horseback in Texas, in Austin. Like that would be the worst. If you go down to Dirty Six on a Saturday night, they have police officers patrolling the street on horseback.
Yeah, 4 deep.
4 deep, bro. I refuse to get locked up and have to ride to the station on the back of a fucking horse. I'll be like, shoot me now, nigga. Let these motherfuckers march for me on 6th Street. Like, do not put me on the back of a horse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not going to put you on the back of the horse if they arrest you. They're just going to call a car, and then that's going to.
So what's the point of the horses?
The horse is crowd control, because you're bigger, you're above everybody. You can see, there's trouble over there. Or if you stay, I think any of y'all have stayed late enough. I used to work on 6th Street. If you stay there late enough, they just walk them down the middle of the street, and if you're in the street, they like chase you onto the sidewalk because they're opening the street back up at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So they like chase everyone off the street. Usually they do the horses and then the cars, and then they just open up traffic again.
If you've never been to Austin, it's a sight to see. I say it's the closest thing to Mardi Gras you'll ever see. Like it's insane. Is it? I don't think I've ever been on a Friday. I've never really seen it on a Friday night, but Saturday nights is insane.
Yeah, any night. I think it's Thursday through Sunday. They close the 6th Street off.
Saturday is the craziest I've ever seen in my life. That shit was insane. It literally looked like Mardi Gras. I thought people were gonna start showing their titties and bees were gonna start flying. It is.
I mean, it will certain times. It's legal in Austin. Girls can be topless anywhere in the city.
So why don't they do it?
There used to be a bunch of girls who ride bikes topless all the time.
Austin
See 'em all
probably
over town.
Austin probably got the best looking white women in the country.
You think so?
Maybe.
Better than LA?
But they're not really white. Everybody in LA is
Everybody's something else?
Yeah, it's like I'm Afghanistani and Irish.
Yeah, I mean, there's just country girls out here, man. Corn fed, brisket fed,
and they rough and they can fight and they can cook.
Yeah,
that's the one thing that is like a winner to me, bro. Like for real. And also another, you know what the number one mode of transportation is in Austin? Those fucking bird scooters.
Hell yeah,
bro! I ride those every day.
Rip those scooters, dude.
We had them in LA. I think the only place you can get them in LA now is like Santa Monica Beach. We had them like in West Hollywood where I live, in Hollywood, and like in the Valley. But then I guess people started complaining because they were like leaving them everywhere. And
yeah. People think it's funny to knock them over, and I'm like, man, someone might use that to get to work. Like they just think they're like, this is in the way, or I'm against these. And
they're everywhere.
I mean, it's an amazing way to, for a few dollars, get all over town.
Yeah, it's like I took a bird scooter from Pluckers on campus back downtown to where I'm staying, and it was like $3.80.
Yeah, it's like almost free.
It's like
that's like one wing at Pluckers,
right? Pluckers got. I'll say this: I do like Pluckers. Like that's my favorite wing spot in Austin. I haven't ate all of them. Everybody says tummy want wingy. I like tummy want wingy, but I almost feel like I'm not eating a chicken wing. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, because they French them.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm not. It's like
they cut it so that the meat goes all to one end of the bone.
Yeah, and it's like you don't have to do no work. I think that's part of like eating chicken wings. You gotta. So they don't have no flats. Huh? It's just all drums.
No, the flats. They take the little bone out and they French it also.
Oh,
so they all look like drums, but they're actually the flats are in there too.
Being a cook, if you guys don't know, follow Yoni on Instagram. He's
Best Barbecue Show.
Best Barbecue. Probably cook one of the best burgers I've ever had in my life, a fucking smoked burger. And Texas has great beef, and he smoked me a rib. I think we got a Wagyu ribeye at HEB for like $14.
Yeah.
Insane. And then he make the food like, goddamn, he hasn't cooked in a while. Anyway, being a chef, someone that cooks and knows how to prepare food, how hard is it to do what they do to each individual wing?
It's a lot of work. I mean, you're cutting each one, and then you're scraping the knife on the bone to make sure it doesn't stick, so that it pops up on one end.
30 seconds for each.
Yeah, 30 seconds to a minute for each one.
So
I know some of the guys that do it. They say it's not that bad. I mean, you probably get it down to a method, but that's. I mean, imagine you sell 500 chicken wings a day. You got to do that 500 times.
They probably sell 1,000.
Oh yeah, and the flats, you got to pull that little bone out and then French it.
And then the crazy part about Tommy Want Wingy, great place. I wish y'all had. I wish y'all had blue cheese, or maybe y'all do have blue cheese. I just don't like it. I can't remember.
I like blue cheese too.
I love blue cheese. Tommy Wants Wingy makes so much money. I heard that they closed down for South by Southwest.
Yeah,
for 2 weeks. That is. You would think they would stay open during the most busiest shit that comes to Austin.
Yeah, but the thing people don't realize about South by Southwest is it's a mess. Like, it's not people you know. It's not people that know your stuff. So you don't really get any. I mean, maybe you'll get a little clout from some person posting it on Instagram or whatever, but you're dealing with, it's like, what's the most tourist part of LA? Like the
Hollywood,
the Chinese Theater, that whole area?
Yeah, Hollywood Boulevard.
So, like, it's like, imagine all those people just showed up at your favorite restaurant. You know what I mean? They don't respect it. They don't appreciate it. They just want something because they've been doing 1,000 other things. You know what I mean? It's like everyone's too important to care if the food's good. So like the quality of the customer drops. You know, like people just the 100,000 people descend upon the city. So it's a whole different thing.
100,000 people.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why there's so many hotels here, because when South by happens.
Yeah, I heard that for the whole month of South by Southwest, like businesses are able to pay their rent for the year.
Oh, the city does. There's a lot of things that are public record in Texas, including sales tax on liquor. So you can look up how much liquor every bar downtown sells, and they do like $10 million in 10 days.
That is nuts. That.
I mean, every bar is open every day, all night, packed. You know that, and you never know, because then all of a sudden there's a rumor that what's his name, Tyler the Creator, is over here. So then everyone's packing into this bar, even though he's actually over here. Right. And then they figure out he's over there. Like there's just like stampedes of people trying to get around town faster because they heard Chappelle's doing a secret show, or I mean, it's like hype beast week.
Right. It's like all the people that stand in line for sneakers and clothes meets music.
Yeah, music, film. There's an interactive. The interactive is the best part because that's when all the nerds are here and there's not any trouble. Everyone's nice. There's so many like free food, free drinks, free everything events. But yeah, once you get into the film, it starts to get rough, and then the music weekend's a shit show. The worst things that have ever happened at South by always happen during music. Because it's young kids,
what happens
it's drinking.
I've never been. I was gonna go this year, but they're not having it.
It's like you've walked down 6th Street, right? And there's kind of music. There's like a blues band, whatever. It's like world famous bands are playing in every venue. Like they just book out all of downtown. Every little space that can be a music venue is booked. Then they have these huge, like Doritos will just build. It's kind of like a music festival.
So where's the stage that everybody performs at?
Oh, there's 50.
Damn.
That's the whole thing. Is at South by you get a calendar that's like 1,000 things, and you really can only choose 50.
So is Austin City Limits a little calmer than
Austin City Limits is that's just a music festival in a park. So there's only like 5 stages there.
Oh, okay, so it's not as crazy.
It's more chill, and it's just in this one park. The thing about South by is it's kind of condensed downtown, but the people that are staying are all over the city. You can feel it's a tangible difference. I mean, COVID's a terrible thing, but I have not missed South by because it's just like I don't even drive my car. Like you can't imagine those scooters going around, but no one knows where they're going, and everyone's just like a tourist. So they're all going 15 miles an hour on a scooter, but no one's looking forward. There's crashes. I mean, it's just the
shadiest part. People got to be careful when they come to Austin. 1 block away from the Vulcan, where we do a lot of shows at, is the shadiest part of Austin I've ever seen.
Oh,
to the left of the Vulcan, if you're coming out
the arch, dude.
Bruh, that it looks like a scene from New Jack City.
Yeah, and like all the stores now and the bars have boarded up around, so that whole block is just closed. Yeah. So there's not even lights or anything. And then the homeless shelter, the arch, is a block behind that.
Oh, so that's why
that shelter is feeding that corner, which is feeding all the nonsense. I mean, some of these people have been homeless for 8 years. When I used to work downtown, I still see the same weird greasy dudes walking up and down 6th Street.
Weird greasy.
They're just like there was one guy we used to call greasy because he just looked like he got rubbed down in Vaseline and walks around.
So LA people got homeless people, right?
Yeah.
Austin have homeless people, but these homeless people in Austin will invade your fucking space.
Oh yeah. Well, because they're used to people are too nice. They're like, oh, this is a homeless person. I have to be nice to them. That's when I knew I would like you, because we were hanging out outside of Poor Choices and we were waiting for an Uber, and this woman was like kind of careening towards us, and you were like, "Stay the hell away from me!" And I was like, "Good."
I probably called her a bitch. I was like, "Bitch, get the fuck away from me."
You called it like she was 10 steps away, and you were like, keep walking.
Get on with that bullshit. Like I've had homeless people here tap me on my shoulder. It's like, you got a quarter? Is a quarter really gonna change your situation, nigga? Ask for the money you really want. That's what I say. You got a quarter.
Ask for a 10. And the worst part is now, COVID and all this, no one takes cash anymore. So no one has cash. So those guys are hurting even more.
They'll ask you to cash app them.
Yeah, right? Yo, let me swipe your card real quick.
Hey, bro, scan my Venmo code. Can you scan my Venmo code?
Well, that's the other thing is that you see a lot of homeless here that do have phones and like there's a lot of spots downtown where they can just plug into like a telephone pole,
Yeah.
and so they got phones and they're talking. They're calling somebody on the phone or talking to themselves.
Fifth. So the Fifth Street homeless people are not as aggressive as the Sixth Street homeless people.
Right.
Fifth Street is like the cool, lay down. They're the lazy, make signs, really hungry, starving, all that bullshit, laying down. You go to Sixth Street, it's in your face.
Yeah.
I need $1. Might like approach you, give me a smoke. Like, nigga, what?
You got a cigarette?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, and they'll like walk up like if there's like a group of you standing around, they'll walk up like they're in the crew, like in the circle, and they'll be like, "What's up, guys?"
it's the crazy. It almost reminds me of like when you go to Mexico and you go to like what's that place called?
Cancun,
No,
Tulum.
Cabo San Lucas.
Oh, Cabo San Lucas.
And like you go downtown Cabo and like these kids and their parents both beg you for money. And you feel the parents send their kids to like tug at your
Yeah.
clothes.
Follow you around. They do that when I'm in Israel. They do that too. These kids, they'll start pulling stuff out of their pocket. They'll be like gum, then they'll be like, "You want a sandwich?" And they'll be like, "You want like a razor? You want like a buzz? What do we call that? A beard trimmer?"
Oh yeah,
Like they'll just keep pulling out like trying to sell me stuff. I'm like, "Where's all this coming from?"
Damn, bro. Yeah, it's like when you add a kid to the equation, it's like you suck as a human because I know for a fact the government will take care of these kids. It's like I don't know how adoption works, but I feel like if I had kids that I couldn't take care of, I'd ask like a family member to adopt them until I got my shit
Yeah.
together. And then try to get them back, but don't like bring your kids outside.
No, they're doing it on purpose, man.
In third world countries, in places that don't have government assistance, like maybe Israel and Mexico, of course, you're really stuck in a bind if you ain't got your shit together. But in America, it's like you dragging your kids to the side of the interstate to beg with you when they could definitely be living a great life, a better life.
Well, and before Austin's homeless, I don't know how the homeless situation blew up so big, but before it was like half those like gutter punk kids that all have dogs and tattoos on their face and they all wear camo all the time.
I mean,
I don't even see those kids anymore. They're like disappeared.
they killed them all. They're in LA now. It's like homeless people know about places that are going to be great destinations before the other people do. Like they're like, oh, we're gonna move to Austin. That's where.
Well, and I mean, there's definitely there's not like they haven't been writing about it a lot, but people have definitely figured out like other cities in Texas giving people one-way tickets because they know Austin and they almost want Austin to be like. There's a lot of hate for Austin from around the rest of the state.
I would imagine so because Austin's so liberal.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're wild, bro.
Yeah, it's like.
But it's the best because you can be in a crowd and like from doing comedy, it's like the crowd could be half Republican, 30% this, 10% this, like,
and they still vibe. That's the good part I like.
Yeah, everyone's out to have a good time. Nice.
Fauci's ass can't even explain how you guys have no mask mandate and yet your COVID numbers are still going down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, you saw 6th Street. I mean, people are shoulder to shoulder, wall to wall.
And the numbers are still going down. Something like I remember I went to the other day I went to the Red Rose.
Oh. Hell yeah. Shout out to the After Dark podcast.
The Red Rose. The Red Rose. Saw a couple of scripples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of pretty girls at the Red Rose.
What's better, the Red Rose or the Yellow Rose?
I don't go to them enough to really tell you. They're both really fun.
Gotcha. The Red Rose was pretty interesting. I'm not a big strip club person. I've been to more strip clubs since I've been in Austin than I've been to in my whole life. Like this is like
the strip clubs in LA are like borderline unaffordable, right? You gotta spend some money.
I don't think it's borderline unaffordable, but it's like you going in there, you got to compete with people that got $100,000 worth of ones with them. It's like, let me take my 200 ones and leave. Yeah.
They got like steak and taco nights at the strip clubs here.
Yeah, they got steak night at I think it's a bikini bar. It's called Dames and Games. They got some good food at this.
Oh, we used to have one of those. We used to have a place called Bikinis on 6th Street. I forgot about that. That place is definitely closed now. But they used to hula hoop outside.
Texas is way different because I think in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, you can't show titties and serve alcohol.
Oh, really? Yeah, Texas, you can do. I don't think you can do full nude in alcohol.
They're not full nude. They definitely keep the vagina covered. But they'll show it to you if you start throwing love. Like if you go to the stage and throw some ones, and they'll like bag their ass up to you and like move the G string over a little bit,
Uh-oh.
so that you can.
It's a little peek.
Yeah, they'll give you a little sneak peek. The amount of old white men I saw in that club was astonishing.
Yeah.
Astonishing.
That's all we got here is old white men.
Bro, that shit. I'm not talking about 40s. I'm talking about these guys were 60s and 70s.
Oh yeah.
Being led to the back by these 19, 20-year-old strippers. And I'm like, God damn, they wife at the house probably stressed the fuck out because they know he come back home with a hard dick because this girl been twerking on him all night.
Oh my God.
And then he got to look at his fucking old ass saggy wife.
I'm just saying, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know how to have that conversation. Like you just dragging dudes to the back. Like I don't even know. How do you even? I've never had a girl be like, "Oh, come with me."
I mean, so what happens from the few times I went to the strip club here in Austin is like girls will see you might have ones on your table and like, oh, they'll come to you and start conversing. What's your name? Okay, I'm such and such. Where you from? You be here? You come here a lot? No, I'm coming. You want to dance? And then they'll say something. You want to dance? I'm like, nah, bitch, I don't want no fucking dance.
I mean, dance is fine. I've gotten dances, but I've never been like taken to the champagne room or whatever.
Oh yeah, they'll dance on you right there. But I guess those are like the VIP $200 dances where they get fully naked probably.
I bet.
Put the pussy in your face.
I guess I'll have to do it at some point. We'll have to just go hard.
Would you fuck a stripper in the VIP lounge?
Probably not. I don't know.
On the night?
I don't know. I'd be like nervous. I'm not like the person that wants to bang in the public, you know?
Well, I mean, it's a closed off section.
I guess if there's like a door on it, yeah, like why not? She's cool.
You hit one of the strippers.
I gotta like the thing is I can't. A girl's got to really be into me. I can't like it can't be like
it can't
fake.
Be subtle.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I get what you're saying. It can't be just because she wants your money.
Yeah, exactly. I need like a girl to really be vibing with me.
Oh, okay, I see.
I gotta feel it, or else I'm just kind of like half hard.
I think that's part of the magic of a stripper.
They just make you feel.
They make you like, bro, like. Not saying that I wanted to fuck the stripper, but like just her talking and acting like she's interested.
Yeah.
You think for a minute, like, damn, this hoe really care about me. But you know she don't. Like, I had to snap out of it. It's like
you got to test him. You got to be like, hey, my nose is running. Can you give me a tissue? You got a Kleenex here? You got to ask him for like random shit.
Hey, girl, I got a headache. Can you give me a massage? Like,
exactly.
No, but they really try to like captivate you, and especially not if they're not like coming up to dance and they got time to kill. And it's a slow night, and they feel like if they talk to you, they're like car salesmen. They're gonna talk you into.
Oh, I mean, there's an allure, man. Like that's why those girls can make $1,000 in a night, $2,000 easy.
And they're good. The ones at the Red Rose are good. All of them are strong. They were in shape. Like
real pole dancers.
Right, they're real pole. They just had their titties out. They're real pole dancers. They get up there, and it's like watching art. Like it's like. Those girls could have had T-shirts on, and I would have still been amazed at the shit they were doing on that pole.
Oh, I mean, there's a whole pole dancing culture here. There's actually girls. I used to know girls because I used to do like acrobatics and trapeze and shit. Mm-hmm. And I used to know girls who they would learn here, and then they would roll. They'd like take the train for 3 days to New York City, work in New York City for like 10 days, and come back with like $30K each, you know?
I'm sure when South by Southwest is here, they probably fly in some girls.
Oh, yeah. I mean, South by Southwest, F1, ACL. There's
what's F1?
The Formula One course that we have.
Oh, when y'all get
the racing comes?
When y'all get the Sheiks and shit? When y'all get them rich?
People rent Ferraris. There's just Ferraris parked all over downtown.
I don't see a lot of those.
You will if there's F1. They're all the rich people are out in the country. They're all in the hills.
Like Bees Cave?
Yeah, exactly.
At Lake Austin?
Yeah, like if you sit at Rogan's new club and just watch the road, you'll see way more Ferraris than you will down here.
There is a road. What is that road called right there by Lake Austin? That reminds me of California. It goes up, it's hilly, it wraps around.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about up to Mount Benel and everything?
Yeah, the houses sit on hills. They really had California in mind when they made that little area over there.
Yeah, there's even some people have palm trees in their yard.
Yeah, they imported some palm trees.
They do all right here. You just gotta water them a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I miss California being open, well, Los Angeles in general. I've been in California since I was a teenager. It's all I really know. I became a man there, but Austin is doing a great job at being my side bitch. Like I can't like my main bitch got cancer right now. She's still trying to get her shit together. But Austin is a great side bitch. According to Governor Newsom, we're supposed to be opening back on June 15th.
I mean, that would be amazing.
He says if everything goes right, if the vaccinations keep on rolling out like they do, and the hospitalizations stay down, he said he's gonna open up California. So, I mean, I don't know if he's doing this because they got all them signatures to recall his ass.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
Or
They're trying to get rid of that dude fast.
Yeah.
It's crazy because they're trying to. They're like, it's just funny because as everything's been going down everywhere else, we're all just like, Texas
Right.
is fine.
Texas is literally. There might be a couple of more other places, Miami, Atlanta, but that are actually like doing comedy. Like the New York scene is underground right now.
You
The
gotta go
LA
on a
scene is
rooftop or whatever.
it's underground outside. So it's like ain't nobody in the meccas of entertainment. There's nobody doing anything there right now. That's why Austin is able to shine, and they're gonna. I feel like the triangles are gonna be Austin, New York, LA.
Yeah, I mean we're right in the middle of everything. It's easy. It's like you can be a comic or an actor or whoever, fly to Texas for a few days, fly back, and you barely.
I mean, Jeremy Pivens has been down here off and on.
Yeah, Tommy Davidson was here. Did you see that?
No. When was he here?
He was at the Antones. I just saw him on someone's story, on Chris Rogers' story.
Oh wow.
Tommy
Nice.
Davidson's hilarious.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the funniest motherfuckers that was on the 11 Color.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, people are here, dog, and that's what happens, man. Like when you have, I don't know, it's like was
The same way that the comedy scene feels right now, where it's like I don't even know all the things that are happening. Like there's too many to figure out. That's what South by Southwest is, but even like to another level.
Just
It's
chaos.
just like Bill Murray's pouring drinks over here. There's 10 comedy shows tonight just in this spot. There's 16 concerts at this spot. And like the problem is too is if you make a mistake, you go to the wrong spot, all of a sudden you're like, damn, I got to wait in this line for 30 minutes and the band I want to see it goes on in 45, but then I got to get out of this venue and then wait in line for 20 minutes at this venue to see this other band in 30 minutes.
Right.
It's like a constant battle but it's cool to be a local because I know a lot of people. So I can usually just bounce around the places where they'll just let me in without a badge or anything.
When it comes to food, like Yoni might be the most known motherfucker. For him to not have a restaurant, this is the most known food nigga in the world. Even in LA, they know this motherfucker. Every restaurant I go to, he's like, "Oh yeah, tell such and such." Yoni said, "What up?" They're like, "Oh, you know Yoni?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know Yoni, nigga." And they be like, "Oh, okay, cool, bruh." Follow his Instagram at Best Barbecue.
Thank
You'll
you.
see. Like,
I make friends wherever I go, man. That's why I'm trying to live that life. I'm trying to honor Anthony Bourdain and all these people who are like, they're real. You go to a city and you just dig in. I don't care about the best list or whatever. I'm just gonna walk the streets and eat and meet people because you meet half the chefs and people I know. I met at a barbecue place or at a bar or at another place I was checking out. I met them and then they were like, "Oh, come to my restaurant."
Now you go to what is it, Snow's Barbecue every Saturday?
Every Saturday. Yeah.
I've yet to go with him. I really want to go, but this motherfucker wake up at that's how dedicated he is. He wake up at 6:30
every Saturday
a.m. to go to Snow's Barbecue to get
8 a.m.
that.
till sold out.
They make so much money in one day they don't have to open for the rest of the week.
Nope.
That's crazy. Now, not including Snow's, just in Austin. Let me get who's your favorite brisket, favorite sausage, favorite beef rib, and favorite pork rib.
Damn. I mean, I would say the brisket's hard because everyone just is making so much good brisket, whether you go to Roll and Smoke, CM Smokehouse, Style
CM Smokehouse
Switch.
got damn good.
Yeah. CM Smokehouse kills it. And they're new on the scene, but they're old school as far as they've worked in other barbecue places.
Until I went to CM Smokehouse, believe it or not, Cooper's had my favorite brisket.
Cooper's is good, but they do that whole dip and everything. That's very old school. So a lot of people don't consider that, a modern place. But
Gotcha.
they just have that big tub of sauce. They
Yeah.
dip everything in. If you like old school like that, you'll like Daniel Brown's barbecue.
Mhm.
It's like right down the street from CM. We got to go this
Gotcha.
weekend.
Okay.
Daniel Brown's the coolest guy. He's got a whole bunch of land. He's got a cool family and his
That's the
truck.
black dude.
Yeah, the black dude.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
Or
Let's
give
see.
me your top 3 favorite briskets in the city.
oh, I mean, that's so hard. Like Terry Black's is always killing it, and they always have brisket, so it's great because you can get it any time of day. Leroy and Lewis does it on the weekends, and they do akayushi and these really interesting beefs that they get from. They only do Texas, so Texas hogs, Texas beef. They want everything to be local. They do beef cheeks. They do. Oh, you don't eat beef cheeks.
I
that's
hate
right.
the beef cheek shit. I hate that shit.
But they do tongue sometimes. Leroy and Lewis is just awesome because they put together so many different dishes. Like even their kale Caesar coleslaw is like amazing. I could just eat bowls of that by itself. So much cheese in it. It's great. I love the beef rib. Beef ribs are tough because a lot of places make them, but only a few places do them real good. Like Louis
Right.
Miller's is like the king of the beef rib.
Louis Miller's. Where's that? I
That's
haven't
up
been
north.
there.
That's in Taylor. Brotherton's in Pflugerville. He does an amazing beef rib when he does beef ribs. Uh, when CM or Kyle from Rollin' Smoke.
Those beef ribs that CM did,
Yeah.
like, bro, I was like, I don't need to eat steak anymore. They were.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I'm waiting for is that there's going to be a flip where people realize, oh, steak that I can cook in 5 minutes shouldn't be more expensive than brisket or
Right.
beef ribs that
Right.
take 6, 8, 12 hours. So, I tell people all the time this is the cheapest barbecue's ever going to be. It's only
You
going to get
think
more
so?
expensive. Yeah, because the hours, the time, the work that it takes on top of the beef prices. The thing is that no one really says this, but everyone's looking at just a few places in Austin that are famous and they look at their price for brisket and everyone's afraid to charge more than those places because they're the best places.
Gotcha.
And so so a lot of people won't raise their prices until that person raises their prices. And there's just weird, underground stuff that you don't really know about, but the barbecue community is very small. We're chilling. And so if you know one person, you know everybody eventually.
I noticed that I guess it'll be hard to like rate sausage because I feel like all these places use the same sausage.
Well, it's not necessarily that they use the same sausage. It's a very common the Texas sausage recipe is very common, so it's been
Gotcha.
around for a long time. But a lot of places do specials like chili relleno. There's a what do you call that? Frito pie sausage. People put cheese in them. People put spices. People put. I mean, the sausage game here is wild, man. Just today, I was watching them at CM Smokehouse making some special sausage.
Damn, I had to go get some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fuck with them, bro.
A lot of times they put pork in it though, so you're gonna have to find the all beef.
Oh yeah, all
Like
beef sausage.
Rollin' Smoke always has an all beef. You've had that one before.
Rolling Smoke. Where
Rollin'
they at?
Smoke. They're right down 6th Street on the east side, like by Hotel Vegas.
I don't think I've ever been there.
I've brought you their food in the green rooms before.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
That good ass beef sausage.
At the Vulcan. What was at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Vulcan? Yeah.
Exactly.
So who got your favorite pork rib?
I don't eat pork either.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so you can't answer that.
Yeah, I can't answer that one, but I can tell you, Snow's has one of the best. Everyone goes out there for the ribs. CM's is good, but they do that deep fry, so it's traditional, but it's kind of new school.
Mhm.
A lot of people really like the Franklin ribs.
Have I been to Franklin's?
No, not yet. They only do to go right now,
Oh, okay.
so we can't even go there. But if you want to get an order, I know a guy.
Okay, yeah, we'll fuck with it.
Yeah, Franklin's
to,
kind of like the goat. He kind of started the wave of new barbecue.
I've been to Style Switch.
Yeah,
CM.
we need to go to Mickleweight, dude.
Now we gotta go, man. We've been to Style Switch.
I mean, there's a dozen places that you haven't even tried yet. That's why it's so hard to quantify because it's like, let me take you for 3 days to 5 places a day. You can try all the brisket, and then you tell me what you like
Right.
because there's so much good brisket in this town. It's like a cow only has 2 briskets. There's the chest muscles. So there's 2 briskets per cow, and there's probably 2,000 briskets being cooked in Austin on a busy day. I mean, most barbecue places aren't open Monday through Wednesday. So, like, if you think about like on a Friday, there's probably 2,000 briskets getting cooked on it. That's 1,000 cows
and that's just
every weekend.
Austin.
That's just Austin.
What other city outside of Austin got good barbecue in Texas?
Dallas and Fort Worth, their scene's blowing up. Waco's got a couple good spots. Houston's catching up too. San Antonio's got like 2 or 3 good spots now too. I mean, Lubbock. Every major city has at least one banger.
Gotcha. LA has none.
LA has Moose, which is actually opening up a new location.
Why
They
you
were
didn't
doing
send me there?
pop-ups because they do pop-ups at Smorgasbord. You have to like
Okay.
order ahead and stuff.
Gotcha. I'm not gonna say where you sent me. I don't want-
And then out in San Juan Capistrano is Heritage.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah.
place is solid. He's got a really good beef rib. That's Danny Castillo. I was talking to him today because one of the guys there's a guy named, what is his name? He's coming out from LA. He's a barbecue guy out there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But there's a few spots.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Barbecue. I was not a real big barbecue person. Well, not gonna say I wasn't a real big barbecue person. I wasn't a big smoke person. Like in Georgia, I don't feel like a lot of people. Well, my family didn't smoke meats. They would just straight grill it.
Yeah.
It was grill this, grill that. And then I came here and saw the process of smoking and started eating smoked meats, and it's like, God damn, it's a different level.
Well, and it's almost like a roast. Like it's like baking with smoke. So a lot of
Mhm.
places they use more of a direct fire. It's hot. And a lot of places also use machines to smoke. So it's a
Mhm.
dirtier. The smoke doesn't travel nicely the way
Mhm.
that Texas barbecue does. So we just do smoke the right way, honestly.
Gotcha. I got you.
So when you taste smoking when you taste smoky food in Texas, it's always. I mean, there's places that smoke their cheeses in their smokers.
That sounds amazing.
It's so good.
Like a low smoke. Yeah.
Cold smoke.
In the comedy community, I saw you posted about it. We had some crazy shit going on this week. So my buddy Ari Manis and his friend Alex Anseliaga.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying his name right. So I guess a year or two ago, they wrote a salt based sketch for a writing packet for SNL, and then SNL released a salt based sketch, and they were side by side identical. Like a lot of people have shared the video. I think I shared it. It
Yeah, I
has
showed it to someone today.
it has crazy views on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram right now.
Well, because the cool thing is Ari actually shot the sketch when they didn't give him the job. So he shot it himself. He's like, "This is
Thank
funny.
God
I'll
he
shoot it
did.
myself."
Right.
And now you can see side by side they stole like hit by hit every joke in that thing. I mean, the
And-
thing where he puts the meat in the girl's mouth, he does that to everybody, so
Right.
that's kind of obvious. But
But
the
the
other
legs
stuff,
in the air,
yeah.
the word play, the
it's frustrating, man.
here's I think that's lazy writing. I don't think it's SNL, but it's like when you hire the writers that are lazy. And also, like a lot of stuff we do in the entertainment do, like even when we do auditions or we film something and send it in, or if you go audition like for a comedy show, you sign away your fucking rights. Like they're
Yeah.
like your likeness and jokes can be used. It's like you sign
Even if we don't hire you,
right. You sign away everything, bro. But still, SNL, SNL, that's fucked up.
yeah, that's a rough move, SNL. Although now people are saying that they're known for that. Like someone was telling me today that when like people know the SNL guys and when they come into the venues, like they change which jokes they tell on stage. They don't put up their bangers.
It sounds like what they used to do to Robin Williams.
What was that?
Because he was on what show was that he was on?
Mork and Mindy?
No, back in the day, was it one of those talk shows where you had to do like a new 5 minutes
Oh, okay.
every day, and they said he would come to comedy clubs and steal.
Oh, really?
But I heard that he was paying people. And it's like you a new comic, and Robin Williams gives you $100 back then for your 5 minutes. It's like
That's a lot of money back then.
yeah, back then. It was.
$100 is nothing now. Spend that on lunch.
I mean, it's like if somebody were to take a simple joke from me, I wouldn't be too mad. Like a big comedian, I'd be like, oh, depending on if it was one of them jokes where I didn't really like it, but I knew they took it, I wouldn't be too mad. But I'd be like, damn, they thought enough of me to steal. I'd be like, hey man, can you shoot me something? You can have it. I won't. But if they took like a bit that I worked on and worked,
Yeah.
I'd be.
Well, the funny thing about the comedy community is a lot of times people will have parallel thinking, so they'll have the
That
same
happens a
jokes.
lot.
And then the funny thing to me is like everyone kind of talks about it, and then often the person who's funnier or who the bit matches better gets to keep it.
Oh yeah, you never you never discuss your bits with other comedians.
Really?
Regardless, I mean you shouldn't. I don't. But I record every time I go on stage, and I mean
Me too.
people on YouTube and YouTube comments from Kill Tony have been like, "You stole jokes," and it's like, bitch, I've never stole a joke. They act like if a famous person talks about one topic, nobody else can talk about.
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had this joke where what was it? It was uh time machines, time travel. That's what time travel. I said time travel is only a happy scenario for white people. Like, can you imagine black people go back in time and they find out even dinosaurs don't like niggas? Great joke. You
That's
know,
a
I was
good
gonna
joke.
build on it. You know, and motherfuckers like, you stole that from who? They said I stole it from Dave Chappelle, and I think they said Louis C.K. If I can't remember.
I mean, it's not like a
And
crazy premise.
that's what I'm like. I'm like, okay, so only one person in the fucking world can talk about time machines, and I'm like, okay, so
But that's that cancel culture we were talking about
that's
earlier.
that
They're waiting for the moment.
cancerous.
Cancer culture.
But it's like, okay, so if Dave Chappelle and Louis C.K. talked about time machines, did Dave Chappelle or Louis C.K. steal from? So who stole from? If you're saying I stole from two comedians, did Dave Chappelle steal it from Louis C.K.?
Well, my thing is like, if I ever stole a joke, I'd want that person to tell me immediately, and then because I record all my sets, so I'd check it out and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I probably did hear that from you, or because you don't know, you're writing every day, so
Yeah.
you don't remember if a month ago you heard someone say that, and then you think it's your idea.
Now I can definitely see that. Yeah, that's why I really try
That
not to listen to too many comedians unless they're my friends.
Well, that's why we all have to just be patient with each other. You can't just be like, you're done because you stole. It's like, hey man, like you have to kind of approach it properly. You gotta be
Yeah,
diplomatic.
and it's like blatantly stealing. Like, did a mother like it's like if somebody has, the same topic or the same
Yeah, it's like
like I have a joke about Harriet Tubman, um, where I talk about like her being, Harriet Tubman was an ugly woman because her husband allowed her to go free slaves. I saw now I never performed in front of this comic, and I'm not saying he stole it from me, but it's not a hard premise to
right.
really. But I saw a clip of his on Instagram when he was talking about that. I'm like, damn, like, fuck, like, should I stop doing it now before he think I'm stealing from him? And I'm like, I never, I don't think he saw me do this joke, but I'm not saying he stole it from me.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like that's deep enough or personal enough of a topic to have been stolen. It's like, but mine goes like he kind of just covers it on the surface, but with mine, I kind of go
Is it a
like
white comic?
it was a black comic.
Oh, okay.
But
That's the thing that blows my mind is when I'm at open mics and white comics are talking about slavery or they're trying to make like Harriet Tubman all those jokes. I'm just like, bro, stay in your lane. Like
yeah.
it's a hard move.
Oh, you missed my show the other night,
Yeah, I
so
missed it.
I'm not gonna say his name, but a comedian who is Hispanic and not too Hispanic looking, more on maybe the Italian side looking.
Oh,
Did
I
a
think I heard about this.
did a joke where he was talking about black people don't fence, and he was like, "Can you imagine a black person fencing something like that?" And he was like, "They'll be like, on guard, nigga," and the audience turned on his ass.
Ugh.
I felt like I was like, God damn, bro, you. I don't know what made you say that. The fucking the venue came and apologized to me because I was hosting the show. The promoter came and he was like, I don't know what was wrong with him, dude. I'm so sorry about that. But it was just like, dog. What?
It's just we have to, but we also have to like we weaponize this word now. You know, it's like it's frustrating because it's like he's just being stupid. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I don't
most of the
think he
time, that
was.
person's just an idiot. Then it's not like they hate a certain race of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think he was. I don't think he was being malicious at all when he did it. I think
And I
he.
think if a black comic did, it would probably be way more funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do that stupid ass.
It's kind of a dumb
The
joke.
joke was stupid as fuck. But yeah. But when he said "unguard nigga," he ran off stage.
That's probably the best thing. Like
Like
he
he
just left for
like he
good.
said, he was like, can you imagine a black person doing? It was so fast, bro. It's like, can you imagine a black person fencing? He'd be like, "unguard nigga." All right, y'all think y'all good night, and then left. Like, bro, it
Oh,
was
he didn't. I thought you meant he like jumped off the
no.
stage
He
and left.
left off. Like, bro, he left. He knew he was gonna drop the N bomb, and he knew it was. He knew it wasn't right in his head because he left so fucking fast off stage that he kicked the fucking mic unloose. That's how fast the nigga got off stage. He fucked the mic up. It's like he was trying to drop a bomb and then be
Yeah.
like a mic drop. Like, no, nigga, you gotta get funny first.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is that like the other day we were talking. Someone started a mic and they were like, "Oh, I got a clean mic we can do." And I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't really swear. Like, you don't have to. If you're using that stuff, you could make it funny with something else. You know,
Right.
like you can maybe the whole premise of the fencing is stupid. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what you need to change. It's not the word like swearing is like you can use it as a crutch.
Mm-hmm. I cuss a lot, but I can also do clean.
Yeah.
I got a TV set. All my jokes can be clean.
Hell yeah.
I like to curse. I like to be vulgar. That's me.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is some people, you use it as a tool. Some people use it as a crutch.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how to be funny before that, the swearing's
Right.
only gonna.
I mean, when I started comedy, bro, I was so young, bro. I used to do church shows.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So it was like,
Yeah, but that's great because then everyone's kind of on the same wavelength. So you can like I can do barbecue jokes. People are always like, "Why don't you do jokes about barbecue?" And I'm like, I can, but no one will get it because only barbecue guys will get the jokes.
I mean,
Because they're so nuanced.
You could probably talk about like your shirt say wet ass brisket.
Wet ass brisket.
Yeah, but, like sometimes I get so horny, I go fuck a moist brisket. Like I stick my dick in the brisket. The bad part about barbecuing is that when you're around enough meat long enough, sometimes you see a thick ass brisket and you just want to stick your dick in it.
Hot and ready.
Yeah,
I don't know, warm fat, bro.
Some weirdo shit, something like that.
That's the thing, though, is I got a mustache, so everyone expects the weirdo shit, so I got to go another direction.
Yeah, bro.
That's why I just go hard with, like, the Mario jokes now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hello, I'm Super Mario. My Yoshi's parked outside.
That probably gets a laugh.
Oh, yeah. What else? Oh, I said that Toad guy's my roommate. We smoke weed all day.
You should talk about how you put your mustache, like your mustache drapes over, how you can lift your mustache up and cover up a bitch's clit. I'd say that.
Just like
there
blend it in with the hair.
There you go, and use the mic. Yeah, it's like putting a bathrobe on some titties. You know what
Keeps
I'm saying?
it warm.
Right, I can warm.
I'll warm it and work it.
Right. I don't know, bro. Hey, y'all, but thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of The Fat Pessimist. Got my dog Yoni here at Best Barbecue on Instagram. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share this shit. And comment topics y'all want me to touch on in the bottom. Drop them down there somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Tag me in them. I'll answer questions about barbecue or whatever.
What's your YouTube?
Best BBQ Show.
Best BBQ Show. Don't follow that shit. All right, y'all. Deal with this.
Thank you.